Hello everybody, and of course welcome back to my continuing exploration of the scary season through the methods that I know how, or at least a few of them which is appropriate and socially acceptable within the wonderful world of YouTube. We are of course using a pack of cards and a board and using a symbol from the cards to represent maybe a something, maybe a consciousness, maybe a mythical demon spiritual force from the outer reaches of hell that wants to wreak havoc on the whole of humanity and basically destroy us all in fire and molten lava, as well as war and pestilence and all that kind of fun stuff. Or it could just be that I'm reacting psychologically to the symbols within the cards themselves, and via the mechanism of the ideomotor effect, a strange result appears to be occurring on the board, which is an ideomotor device. And these is a symbol of, it's a system of symbolic representations. The mythology that this came from would have been a form of demonology, a combination of spirits from the Lesser Key of Solomon, and other similar sources. All put together in this delightful tarot pack by Travis McHenry. I don't know whether you can see that on the camera, but there it is, the Occult Tarot. What I was thinking of doing after Halloween, because right now I'm doing the hyper Halloween thing, okay, that's normal. But afterwards, what we could do is do the same experiment using the board, but instead we could use the runestones and see whether we could treat each runestone in turn as being an entity of conscious type of sorts, and see whether we can communicate with the apparent entity of the stones that way. We could do the same thing again, of course, with the Angel Tarot. We could do the same thing straight away with a regular tarot deck. And also we could tackle the subject of gemstones, crystals, colours, and the rest of that using this wonderful device of an ideomotor board. Now, if those things interest you, let me know in the comment section below, okay? I need to understand your feedback, because I don't want to make content which is going to be like substandard and you're going to think, oh my god, that guy Nick Thatch is a real silly Billy because like he didn't do the what I wanted him to do and stuff. You know, I do the best I can to try and keep everyone happy, as well as to do something, the kind of content that I like to. Alright. And the next important thing, before we delve into the deck and we look at which particular devil we're going to talk to today, and this is a complex and personal issue for me, so bear with me. Is it now time for me to adopt the title of Witch? Let me know in the comment section. I haven't identified with that title, probably ever, even during the times when I was spending my time more directly in the pagan movement. Okay? I never did. Should I? Should I not? What are the pros and cons? Open up a debate in the comment section. Okay. Now, which particular nice, soft, fluffy, friendly spirit from the sulphurous pits of hell with damnation and sin and perversions and evil of every possible nature are we going to have a nice, friendly little chat over a nice cup of decaf with today? Right, it happens to be whatever that one is. Okay. Now we got Vine again. We've had Vine before. Let's put him back and pull out another one. Ooh. He could be quite fun. Whoops. Stolas. S-T-O-L-A-S, from the Page of Cups of the Tarot. That's they've used this demon to represent the Page of Cups of the Tarot, I should say. All of his lovely seals and symbols and numbers down below, and he's got the image a bit like an owl which is looking forward, has got a crown on his head and very long legs. Now, the blurb on the bottom of the card, which tells you some of the attributes of him, or her, or it, or they, I don't want to be too gender specific when talking to an evil demon from hell. Apparently it teaches astronomy and the values of herbs and precious stones. Interesting, it says astronomy, not astrology. Okay? The values of herbs and precious stones. So it's not the properties, but the values. So that's very much like a physical world's interpretation. So it's still looking at nature, but it's also very sort of like physical. Alright? It's astronomy, not astrology. It's the values of herbs and precious stones, not the virtues. Maybe that says something about Stolas. We don't know until we delve deep into the world of murky, evil hell world and see what we can come up with. But do think carefully about whether I should call myself a witch or not. Because if it is this, I mean, you know, by faith I'm not actually a Wiccan, you know, I'm kind of like I'm like an ominist. So either way, it's complex. Anyway, Stolas, are you there? Are you there? Yes. Just for you YouTube audience people, the image on the woodcut seems to match in a very similar way to what I'm feeling. The energy of the character has a certain level of wisdom, but slightly adjusted away from the truth and normality. There's something slightly mischievous about this being, but it looks as if it is all-knowing or all-seeing. It has a certain level of wisdom, but it wants to interject and make people do things a certain way. So I think that people could be attracted to Stolas because Stolas is all about knowledge. But there's something going on in the background. I haven't quite put my finger on it yet. Stolas, how do you teach astronomy? I. S. H. O. W. What is it you show? I. G. N. O. R. E. D. F. A. C. T. I show ignored fact. Would that be what some people would call hidden knowledge? Yes. A, S, W, A, S, A, L, L, S, C, I. That's an interesting point of view. So are you trying to say that everything in the universe is essentially obvious, we just got to learn how to notice things? So therefore it could be your job to help people to notice that which is already in front of them but which they haven't fully understood. Okay. Thank you for your time. Well, that was curious in its own right. Wasn't quite the way in which I thought it would happen. The feelings I got was quite interesting. I mean, the woodcut almost draws this character as being tall, and I think that that's like an expression of it being like a lofty individual, a being who is like separated from the mundanes of life. Maybe has an eagle eye, almost not owl eye, but eagle eye impression of what's happening in the world. Just a few thoughts. For those of you who understand much more about the history and etymology of the demon Stolas, and have probably like read more books about Stolas and what Stolas was about and where he came from, he, she, is, or they came from, please feel free to let me know in the comment section, and I look forward to doing another delightful video for you again soon. Don't forget to rate, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell, and feel free to add lots of lovely comments because I do enjoy reading them once in a while. Speak to you again soon. Good fortune, God bless, and happy scary season 1 and all.